good, YouTubers? Chuggers here. Gonna talk to you today about some Unchained gods. Now, this is another play-to-earn game in the crypto market at the moment. It's been out for a little while. It has been going through a few stages of them trying to figure out how to make gas fees a bit lower to make the game viable. Now, recently they have, just like Axie Infinity has done, they've made a Ronin sidechain, but this sidechain is essentially called Immutable X. And that seems to be in an alpha stage as well. That seems to be them trying it out at the moment. I only saw this today, hence why I'm updating it now. It does have a marketplace, and you were able to buy on it, gods, cards, etc. Anything with health attack, and sort through it as you would any other game. All right, so essentially they're going to have these god tokens. I don't believe it's out yet. I am in the marketplace right now and did just search for it. I can't seem to find it. It is on the Ethereum network, and for example, a card right now is 0.0000 for yes, Ethereum. And essentially you can type in different cards. Now, getting a specific amount of cards means that you can use the forge while playing the game to upgrade that card to a different level, like an uncommon to a rare, epic, legendary, stuff like that. And those cards are essentially NFTs, which are worth more money based on their rarity and scarcity, and depending on the card type as well. So essentially that's where that's going to go. The cool thing about this god token is that they say that the god token also represents voting power and enables players to participate in governance proposals that influence the game's destiny, which is really cool. It's going to be on the Ethereum network, so it seems, and essentially these god tokens allows you to craft non-fungible tokens, which again, NFTs, which is going to be the cards in this game. All right, so moving on from there, I'm going to show you what this game is like. This is essentially the starting screen. Now that I've downloaded the game. I've played this a bit before. So this is what it looks like. If I click Arena, this is where you are able to pick your team, go into ranked or not, direct challenge, solo, tutorial, and you can kind of go through it all. Now, I'm level 26. I haven't been playing too long. I've been playing long enough to know kind of who I'm versing and all that. You do get cards quite fast. They kind of give you packs every every chance they can when you go up a level, or if you beat someone or something like that. You can also buy packs, and then you just open it here. You then have a forge, which again, like I said, this is how you kind of craft those NFTs, by clicking a card and putting two of them together, and then you start fusing. Now, it is temporarily disabled. I said it will reopen with the release of Immutable X minting, so I'm assuming that's coming. They have a workshop where you can work on your deck, and collections where you can see what you have, boards, trinkets, emotes, stuff like that. It is very much like Blizzard's Hearthstone. Even in the gameplay, it is very similar. If you've not yet played this, give it a go. It's pretty cool. All right, guys. So they do have essentially a currency that they have. One is called Flux, and you can get that from playing and stuff like that. And you don't get much of it, but this is the stuff that allows you to forge things together. It seems to be more of the dominant and more expensive product that they have that allows you to do things with. They have this other one, which I have a lot more of. You can see 259 to 11.44k, and this is the kind of stuff that allows you to buy random things in the game. So if I click that, they have like a deal, weekly special, where I can spend 1,000 or 12,500 if I want to buy certain cards. Now, different cards have different colors, and that's based on what type of hero you have, which is really cool. So if I go into my collection and I click cards, you can see that this is kind of like the format of cards, starting from something that costs 1 right the way up to 9+. Okay, Now, it's very rare that games do get up to this at all, but very possible. There are currently no zero cards that I can see as well. So that might be getting introduced later. Now you can group it by all sorts of stuff. Mana, health, attack. Tribes, which is groupings of like classes, kind of like Vikings go together, Nubians go together, these guys and Amazons go together. We also have our type. Now our type means like the hero that you have. So if they're teal, if they're purple, yellow, blue, green, red, and then they have the different obviously numbers as well. If you go to like Arena, for example, and I want to choose a deck or build a deck, I can. So you can have decks all here. Now these are all by pretty much every deck has a different person when you first start. So you can choose from these heroes. There's 6 heroes, and each hero has 4 different essentially god abilities that they can pick from, and each god ability does something different. Now you can also create your own deck and go from there. So I'm going to show you what a bit of gameplay looks like. Like I said, very similar to Hearthstone, and you earn this flux and this other favor or some form of currency. Now I don't think this currency is stuff that you can actually use as a crypto at the moment, but I think that allows you to mold these NFTs into, you know, more expensive NFTs based on playing the game. So guys, this is what it looks like going into the game. The Trial of the Gods. All right, so like I said, I'm maybe 7 to 10 tiers up from the base tier. I don't know what it goes to. That guy's rank 6. I'm not sure what rank I am. These are our 4 god abilities that we can choose from. Most of the time they're 2s. Occasionally a god has a 3, and you pick which one you want to play during that game. Every game you can choose a different card if you want to. I like picking this one as it does a double kind of burn, damaging both our heroes directly and burning a card for 2 damage. Now here is the cards that we're starting with. I don't want to start with high placed cards, so I keep clicking this until I replace these cards. Now I had 4 attempts because that means I know that I'm going second, and I'm going to have extra mana to play at the beginning. And that is because I'm going second, which means that my mana is always going to be 1 turn behind summoning something that's higher. So as you can see, here's our starting setup. Looks very much like Hearthstone. We have our 2 heroes, 30 health each. You cannot go above 30 health. We have our hero ability. We have our hourglass draining. That is how much time we have left to play. We have our 2 decks to pick from, and we have our 2 discard piles. Now we have our mana on the bottom right here, which tells us how much mana we have. I can't use any cards right now unless I clicked one of these little mana tokens that I have highlighted because I'm in second place. So I will click one, and I'll use my hero ability on him to do 2 damage to each of us and do a burn on him. Now, when he first summoned, he played a raw card. Now that raw means that at the start of that turn when he was summoned, something would happen. He then played, now obviously he then played another card, and ended his turn, which allowed my burn effect from my hero ability to go off and kill him. Now second turn, I'm going to do the exact same thing. We're both on 20. He's on 26, I'm on 24 health, and he's got 2 burn. Now if I look at this card that he summoned, it has 3 strength and 1 health, which means that it will die next turn from my 2 damage, but it will do 3 damage to me. So on the left is strength, on the right is health. Yeah, for each card. Now, as you can see up here, if I go up, I can see how many cards he has in his hand, as well as how many cards are in his deck. I have all these cards in my hand. As you can see at the very top corner, it shows you how much mana it costs. That card is 6, for example, and I am currently on 3 mana. You get 1 mana each turn. Sometimes it takes 2 mana to get to the next number. So at 5 mana, it's going to take me 2 turns to get to 6 mana, 2 turns to get to 7 mana, 3 turns to get to 8 mana. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to burn his brick wall. Now, this thing, it has front line on it, as you can see. Now, that front line makes this little border, and that means I must attack that card, nothing else. But if I look over it, it says cannot attack, and at the end of turn, set his strength to 0, which is that number there on the left. Now, I played my 1 card, which is going to burn him each time. I played this 1 cost card, which has a roar, which again means summon something else straight away or does an effect. So this one is summon a 1/1 with frontline, which is again that taunt target, essentially like it is in Hearthstone, but it's called frontline. So that's my turn over. They're on 4 mana now. Now, creature damaged by this card gets burned. So burning creatures like what I did with this guy over here. So, again, I'm not too worried about, obviously, that card. If I get hit by anything, I'm dead anyway, because they've only got 1 health. So, I'm going to speed up the process of that card dying, and I'm going to play a brick wall, essentially, which just... They must attack this card, and every time they do and it dies, I have to get to draw a card. So, Afterlife obviously means that it triggers on death. Now, I could have attacked them with those 2 cards as well, but it's going to die next time from that brick wall anyway. He attacked me, I'm dead, he gets a summon. Now, over here we have this thing called Favor next to each of our miners, and that allows us to go from this other pool of cards that are here to, when we have enough, we can pick from these cards, choose which one we want, and bring it onto our side of the field and play it. So it's like if you are in a tight spot and you're running out of cards, you can kind of grab one of these and play it based off how much you have. He's got 8, I've got 0. All right, so right now I'm going to do a front line and I'm going to burn this guy and then attack that guy for 1. Didn't need to do that as dumb play, to be honest. But again, I'm panicking now because I'm talking to you guys. No, I'm not panicking. So I want that guy dead. That's going to allow me to draw a card, as you can see here, coming into my hand. He then suicided on me. And looks like he's going to do it possibly again because this is my front line. He played a front line as well. Again, something with front line means that it is the target I have to attack. Great, I'm playing this guy, which has a roar ability, which is deal 2 damage to an enemy creature. I chose a guy that had 2 damage. I'm then just gonna... If I attack this guy, I'm going to get 1 damage done to me, but then I'm going to die the next turn because I've got a burn on me. So every time I end my turn, I get 1 burn. Now, if I leave him, it means that this guy has to attack him, which is what I think I'm going to do. I'm just going to chill for now, take that 1 damage, and then let him attack me so my health doesn't get attacked anymore. Like that. Okay, so he played a solid card. This green love heart means he has regen. Yeah, which means that if he takes any damage, he gets it back. He gets 1 of that damage back. Okay, so he had used this before, which is his God card, which is at the end of your turn, give a +1/+2 to a random creature in your hand. As you can see, this creature is a 5/3, but now it is a 6/5. So if I'm gonna get some health back. I'm gonna get some more health back. I'm gonna nuke this guy and end my turn. Now, again, I should have probably attacked this, but I'm kind of just seeing what they got just in case I need to nuke the field. like that. So yeah, when you summon a creature, give it a 1/1/2. But obviously this card got stacked by him playing his hero card. Okay, so at this point I could just use this and destroy that one creature. And you know what, I think I'm going to do that rather than nuking all my cards as well. So for me, it was that easy. I took him out. I then can use this one card, take his big guy that regens out, and then I'm back to being the lead again, which is really cool. And if I want, I can just attack that guy, kill it as well, and that's me done. Ending the turn with 2 heroes, starting it with a you know, something that was not looking too promising. Now if you keep looking, I still have my big card here, which destroys all creatures for the cost of 6 mana, but also at the cost of doing 5 health damage to me. So that's where we're at. Now this guy has Blitz. He was just summoned and now he's dead. But Blitz means that he can attack straight away, so there's no summoning sickness on that, like there isn't like magic or anything like that. It is straight up just you get to summon and attack. Now obviously in this game there is a phase where you cannot attack, so anything you summon you cannot attack unless it has Blitz. Now a few other things that they have, there's flank, protect, and ward. Flank means that you can kind of flank any hero to the main guy, even if there's a taunt card or frontline. Ward means that you cannot attack them with spells, even your hero ability. And protection means it's kind of like a, I don't know if anyone plays World of Warcraft, like a paladin shield that you kind of get to just protect yourself from anything from one attack. Again, another one that they have in Hearthstone as well. So now 4 and 3, I'm just going to play it. That's my 7. I'm going to attack for 2. I've got 4 cards there. Not sure what he's going to do at this point. I'm in a good position. I've got my health on him. Okay, he's got some decent cards on him there still. So there you go. He was an 8/6. He's got ability twice, and now it's a 10/10. You know, but like I said, I can essentially just use this card and nuke it whenever I want. Destroy a creature and then put a creature on my side. You know, so I'm not too worried about this, and then I can just nuke this guy for days with what creatures I do have. So I've got a very stalled deck that stalls out with my big frontline walls, a few cards that heal me back up from doing damage to him, and then out of nowhere I can kind of use these bigger cards when we get into the mana, like the higher mana rounds, and start doing some killage. Now right now this is me winning the game. 1 health left. I can either burn him or attack with 2. Like I said, other cards there, I didn't even use my mana. I could straight up use this right now, go to 8 mana, and play him, which summons 2 creatures from my side of the void and his side of the void, which is cool. But again, I'm just gonna kill the guy. So yeah, that's what the game looks like, guys. It's turn-based. You know, I ended with 42 favor then, so I could have gotten any of those cards as well. I am victorious. Now, that is what the gameplay looks like. It is quite fun. And obviously there you are, going up some XP, some bonuses, and then for winning a game you get some super giant vial, and some flocks. Now they're the 2 things that we were talking about at the start to do things with, buy things as well as forge things. So yeah, got 250 of that. So guys, that's the game. That's me moving my way to Midnight Shadow, whatever that means. My shield's pretty crumbled at the moment. That means I have lost at this rank a couple of times for that to have happened. And that's where we're at. So guys, check out the game. It's a bit of fun. Some games can go for quite long, as you can see. Anyway guys, that's me signing out. Again, please like, subscribe. My name's Chuggers. There's no others. Take care of each other, love each other, and be safe, guys. Peace.